everyone could please stand up as we enter the bride. Please take your seats. Okay, so good evening, everyone, friends and family from across the states and around the globe that made the trip out here for this awesome occasion to see this ceremony with Alex and Thao. We were just upstairs a few minutes ago, the bridal party, and we all kind of exchanged our introductions to each other because none of us really know each other besides these two that brought us here together. And each one of us had a pretty cool and different story of why we're here and how these two have impacted our lives in some way, along with everybody in the crowd. I was asked to do this, and I know a lot of you guys don't know who I am, so I'll give you guys a quick introduction of myself and a little bit of background on these two and my perspective and what I've seen and how they know them and how I know them. So my name's Will. I'm in the Marines. I've been in for a while. Lived in Southern California for about 15 years, and then I moved to North Carolina, and I was there for about 2 years and moved back to Southern California. And within that time, I was kind of on a different path doing my job, but a lot of my friends had gotten out, and I was kind of trying to find some new things to do, and ended up moving back to Carlsbad. Ended up going to look into like getting a free diving spearfishing club, and I was trying to just expand my horizon and see what was out there as far as just different things to do in Southern California. So I thought it looked pretty cool, and I decided to go do that. This was in January of 2017. So I go out, I decide, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go do this spearfishing thing and see what it's all about. And I joined this club called the North County Depth Finders down in northern San Diego. And they had a meeting. I talked to this guy that ran a dive shop down in Oceanside. He's like, yeah, we do these meetings, come in here and meet some people and see what's going on. So I did. And the night I go in there, it's a location in Oceanside. It was like a bar or something. And I walk in, and I don't know anyone there, and I'm completely by myself, and I see a bunch of people in there that know each other, and I look over kind of off to the side, and I see this couple sitting there, and I was like, oh, all right, well, I'm awkwardly looking around for a place to sit, and I see Alex and Thao, not knowing who they were at the time, and they're like, and I think they actually asked me, like, hey, you can sit with us if you want to, like, the seat's not taken. And I'm like, all right, cool. So grab a seat next to them and strike up conversation, exchange information, and after the meeting, they were pretty cool. And, for what it was. So I was like, all right, we meet. So we exchange our numbers, and, I think that's the dynamic that I have from these guys is that I didn't know Alex before, and I didn't know Thao before, and I met them both at the same time. So to me, it's always been Alex and Thao as one unit anyway. It's just been one thing. So whenever actually we're just talking about it upstairs, like, if I'm hanging out with Alex, I'm like, well, is Thao coming? Because if she's not coming, I don't want to hang out. So, through over the next few months and years, so we experienced quite a lot of things together like everybody in here has. But I have the microphone, and they asked me to speak, so I get to tell my story. Through mud runs on the base or free diving, different things, to hiking or backpacking or game nights, to just going out and drinking massive amounts of tequila when we had something important to do at like 5 a.m. the next day. just kind of started forming our friendship. These guys are different than I am. She's a PT doctor. He's obviously got a different kind of background. Both very very intelligent guys, right? But like and I'm the Marine nugget in the group, and I'm like, I'm the military guy with my new civilian friends who started becoming closer to me than most of my buddies that I work with. So our relationship was what it was. We were friends, and it was always great. Consistently the third wheel. Whether it was at the climbing gym or a mud run on the base or whatever it was, unless Richard came along and I was the fifth wheel because he always had a date. I was always single. And then anytime I ever asked Thao to hook me up with one of her friends, I get blocked on Instagram or something. It wasn't even that bad, actually. All right. So there's a lot more to that story. Actually, it's pretty simple. That was it. I was like, hey, what's up? Block. Maybe after like 3. So, knowing these guys and their story and like living together down there in Carlsbad and hanging out, you start to ask, like, how did you guys meet? And I found out they met on this dating app called Coffee Meets Bagel. And I was like, I'd never even heard of it. I'm like, that's pretty legit. It was like, yeah, so I guess Thao had like incessantly, consistently, and persistently been messaging Alex on this app to try to go out with him, and finally Alex says yes, and they go out on a date. That's not entirely true. It's the other way around. But so these guys meet, did their thing, and moved in out there and made a bunch of new friends. Over the years, became very close, closer than a lot of my own immediate family. So over the time we've watched the relationship develop, the past, I'd say year and a half, you see these guys going in, and Alex and I would have conversations on the side, which I know he has with probably a few people here, and it's like, okay, where's this thing going? And knowing Alex and how he is very methodical, analytical, scientific, rational, whatever his approach is to his relationship, he's like, yeah, I know that it's coming, and we know that that Tao's ready, she's ready to go. Alex just needs to drop their hammer and move on. And like I said, he's talked to a lot of guys out here, and a lot of these guys standing up here, and a lot of you guys in the audience are just a different breed, right? Very intelligent guys. You've got Wall Street guys, you've got some lawyers, you've got businessmen, you've got U.S. military officers, and then me, the enlisted Marine, right? So I'm like, holy cow. He's asking, we would have these talks, and I'm trying to give him like some legitimate advice, and I had to like really dig down and think of something, really intellectual on Alex's level to say. And first thing comes to mind, and I thought it was probably the deepest, is like, dude, if you don't marry, you're an idiot. So that was about as much as it took, and it worked out. So, closing this thing up, you're also my part of it. The apparent love that you guys have for each other, based off of how you all interact and how you champion each other, support each other and everything, move locations, the involvement of your family, the dynamic relationship between your friends and how they all mix in there, the compromises and sacrifices that you make for each other consistently are why that it works. And you guys, I think everybody in here can agree, when they look and they see you guys together, they know, like everyone knows, it's just right. I don't think anything could make me or everybody else in here happier when they see two of their friends, and two of my friends who I met from the beginning as one, meet each other and then make it happen for life and marry each other. It's awesome. It really is. So, well, you guys have the real deal. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's do this thing. Yep. All right. So we're gonna do the vow exchange, and Alex. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I, Alex, take you, Thao, to be my wife, as my partner on this cosmic journey, as a cultivator of my true self, to honor and cherish through all emotional states in this life and in the great adventures beyond. I promise to be here to breathe the same air as you.
I, Thao, take you, Alex, to be my husband. Oh, that sounded weird. As my partner on this cosmic journey, as a cultivator of my true self, to honor and cherish through all emotional states in this life and in the great adventures beyond. I promise to be here to breathe the same air as you.
It's windy. Now it is my honor to ask, do you, Alex, repeat after me? Wait, do you repeat after me on this one? No, you don't. Do you, Alex, take Thao to be your wife, to love, honor, comfort, and cherish from this day forward?
I do.
And do you, Thao, take Alex to be your husband, to love, honor, comfort, and cherish from this day forward?
I do.
May I please have the ring? These rings are a physical symbol of the promises that the two have just made for each other. Alex, this is where you repeat after me. Thao.
Thao.
This ring is a symbol of my promise.
This ring is a symbol of my promise.
To always be your lover, companion, and friend.
To always be your lover, companion, and friend.
Thao, please repeat after me. Alex,
Alex,
this ring is a symbol of my promise.
this ring is a symbol as my promise
To always be your lover, companion, and friend.
to always be your lover, companion, and friend.
There you go. And with nothing left to be said, I now proudly pronounce husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Martinez. You may kiss the bride. Mrs. Martinez.